Well, Nige, we're this snag that's coming up, as you can see.
Yep.
We're marking up some really nice fish. They're all sitting tight. They're in deep. You see how you can pick them out through the inside of the branches. You've got the white rice grains. They're right in deep. Downside to fish that are right in deep, we're going to throw something in there that we need to be able to get back out again.
Yeah.
And that's where weedless plastics come into their own.
Makes sense. And certain snags that perform better than others?
100%. And particularly I like current on a snag. Usually you'll find the leading edge, as we like to call it, the front edge is where the fish are going to be. They like to sit in the current, nose is facing forward, swimming up.
Yep.
Their nose is swimming up, with that presentation in front of it, drift it back into them, bump against the timber, create a bite.
Hold on.
Sometimes they won't eat it, sometimes you need to make them eat it.
What do you reckon, snags? Barrel water?
There's two ways to fish it. You can do it hard body traditionally. I'll tell you what, Nige, one of my personal favourites. I love throwing a weedless lure in there, and little paddle tails, one of my favourites. I've noticed you've chosen something that's a slight bit different.
Looks different, it's the prawn, but it's the same intent. Both hooks rigged up what we call weedless. We're going to spend a few minutes in some of our favourite water showing you how we throw weedless lures. You can go first, mate.
Thanks, mate.
But only by a second.
Yep, got him. Little barra.
Well, mate, you picked all those little rice beans out of the tree. That would be one of them.
Yeah, it was one of them. No monster, Nige, but we're on the board.
That's it. And you saw some bigger ones there.
There's a few bigger ones in there. There's a fair school of them in there, so I reckon we have a few more shots, we might upgrade.
When you're throwing your weedless lures around, the outfit is really important these days. We use terms like finesse. What it means is it's light and balanced. It's got a little bit of tip movement, allows you to cast the plastic, but a lot of strength down low. These are very much your barra style outfits, so that 3 to 5, 4 to 6 kilo range. We're matching them up either bait cast or thread line, 30 pound braid, 1.5 to 2 metres a litre in that 40 to 50 pound category. Go heavy if the fish are bigger or the structure's a bit more gnarly, and then it's all about whichever lure you tie on. But those outfits will get you into a whole lot of fun and hopefully not too much trouble.
You called it.
In there.
You called it.
Perfect cast.
The beauty of these soft plastics too, these weedless ones, is the sink. I was not even working that lure then. That was just a four-wheel lure, working through the timber, and we converted to a little sneaky barra.
Mate, the joy of competition, the fish stacked up in a spot and a lure that sinks right in there.
One of them's got to pick it up. It's the survival of the fittest down there. This one decided he wanted the paddle tail. Weedless plastics. Variety is endless. Fish to the situation, fish to the country you're in. Billabongs, try fish, try prawns. Frogs are great for lagoons. Paddle tails are great for the creeks. Doesn't mean a frog won't work in the creek, so never be afraid to mix and match. Tie something on that's going to get eaten, put it in the zone, work it right, every chance you'll convert.
There's obviously lots of different options of weedless plastic on the market. Some conveniently come pre-rigged, so they're ready to put on and cast straight out of the packet, like these ones. However, if you don't have that luxury, but you want to try a different plastic rigged up weedless, it's all about finding the right hook, and you'll find specific hooks that look like this one. You can just see by the shape of the hook, it's designed to be rigged and fished with a weedless soft plastic. And how we do that is we basically pierce beneath the chin of the plastic, pull the plastic over the hook, and we push it up over that keeper up towards the eye of the hook. And now this is the important part. We want to measure that lure against the hook. We want to find out where we pierce the plastic. And when you've nominated that point, you simply pull the hook. You simply pull the plastic through the hook. If you've got it right, she's sitting straight on the hook and on the keeper, ready to be cast, and you can lob that into some fairly nasty country and get it back, hopefully with the attention of the fish. We're just coming up to a bunch of snags now. Got plenty of shade on them, type of stuff you'll expect a couple sitting underneath, Nico. What we're going to think about first is where we're actually going to cast from. Ideally, as far away as possible to reach it. And then it's a little bit of strategy when you're using weedless plastics, because what you can do is cast over and bring it back and actually just drop it right down into the thick stuff, and that's very often where you get the bite. So an important part of using these lures is to actually watch them in the air, Nico. All our casts, we're looking at the lure. Then as it's getting just on top or close to the snag, engaging the spool, drop the lure in, make sure you can sink it in. You can be brave when using these lures. I think that's why they're so effective. You're not afraid of where you're casting a lure, get it right down deep, and then you work it depending on what type of lure you got. I've got a prawn, so I'm going to hop it, make it look like a prawn. Nico's got a paddle tail, you can make it look like a little wounded bait fish. So very, very versatile, but don't be afraid to get them right into the dark,
Into
nasty
the zone.
stuff.
Hey, little buzzer.
Pushka, and in the boat.
Nice one, mate.
Mate, you've picked several little blobs of rice.
Grains of rice, I like to call them. And that's them.
That's them.
That's what they are.
Proof in the pudding. Nick said, there they are. You can chuck a shrimp in there, you might catch a fish. And guess what?
First cast, wasn't it?
Got a fish.
I like it when you get it first cast. Nice one, mate.